Hello everyone and welcome back to Wrist Time. My name is Sai and today we are taking a look at this. This is the Accurist 7410. It is Accurist's take on the Panda dial. Yes, this is blue and silver, not black and white, so it's a bit different, but we have a full bracelet, Japanese movement and all the quality you would expect from the British brand. So without further ado, let's have a look at this Panda dial chrono. Okay then guys, so here we have, this is Accurist's take on the famous Panda dial chronograph. Now this model did come in various colours, including a black dial and one with the silver dial but with a blue iron plated case. This I think is the best looking of the three. It's the silvery white dial on the stainless steel bracelet. So let's talk about that bracelet first, because this is kind of one of the shortcomings of the watch. But again, you know, we're talking about a watch for £100 here, so this is where your money is going to be lost. So you do have a stamped clasp. This is the average stamp clasp that Accurist use on all of them, and the links are, although they look solid, they are actually folded steel, and you can see that to good effect when you do this. You can see there it's actually folded steel there. They are not solid links, so just be aware of that if you are looking at these watches. Clasp is, again, it's fold with a locking clasp, a bit of polish there to differentiate from the satin. So it actually looks very good. You have this polished center link, but again, they are all hollow links there. They're not solid steel, so it's not quite as heavy as you may expect, and it certainly does feel a little bit flimsier than, for example, the Accurist I reviewed, the Signature collection. But that is all changing because, of course, Accurist are releasing their new model line, and they're all going to be solid stainless steel bracelets, sapphire glass, things like that. Again, we're looking here at a mineral crystal on this. So it's 42mm across. I'll show you how that looks on my 18cm wrist when we do the conclusion. Silvery white dial. It is a silver dial. It can look white in some of the light that catches, but I really like this design though. Actually, I like the Arabic numerals. And they are applied. You'll see they are actually raised above the dial in profile. You have that blue tachymeter scale. You have a red railroad track inboard of the Arabic numerals for reading your seconds. And then the logo, and then you have your 3 sub-registers and a date window. Now, this chronograph and it tells you on the back actually, Accurist are very open about this. It's the movement JS25. Now, that is a Miyota caliber, so Japanese made, as it also says, Japan movement on the back of the case. So quality movement, but the functions are slightly different to what you would expect. So your sub-registers are actually a 24-hour indicator at 3 o'clock. You have your chronograph seconds at 6. So when you actually start the chronograph, you'll see that is actually ticking. So this red hand in the middle is your constant seconds hand. It is not the chronograph seconds hand. So please be aware of that. These movements go into all sorts of watches. They go into micro brands, other time products, Japanese brands, where you have your 24-hour indicator and then your seconds and your minutes. And then when it resets itself, it would just reset itself like that. It is a winder reset. So if you have had, say, 10 minutes of timing, it will wind back a minute at a time. Push down crown. It is signed with the Accurist A there. So that's nice. But again, that logo is changing imminently to a new logo, which you'll be able to find on Accurist's website. Hence why this watch is no longer available on their website. So I will have to link it from the watch shop, which is where I purchased it from. The bracelet will pull tight down over your wrist, so you have no problems fitting this on. It is a pretty big watch, as you'll see. Nice little detail on the stop-start pusher there, that red ring, just to give it a bit more of a flourish and match the red of the rail track. So decent movement watch, just kind of let down a little bit by the flimsy bracelet. But again, guys, we're talking about a piece less than £100, and again, even now, even in the sales, you'll be able to pick them up a lot less. So let's conclude on this one. Okay everyone, so final thoughts then on the 7410. As you can see, that is how it looks on an 18cm wrist, so plenty of room for this 42mm watch to sit very comfortably. As I spoke about in the review, the bracelet could be better. The folded links are not ideal, but again, we're talking about a watch around about £100, so you know, when you compare it to its contemporaries from Loris, from Seconda, from the fashion brands, things like that, I think it's okay. Secondly, I talked about in a previous video, Accurist have now basically blitzed their line and have gone 7 brand new lines are coming out end of this month, so I'm very excited to get into those and have a look at those. So this will be the last watch I review from Accurist from their old lineup, if you for want of a better word. But actually, for a cool looking Panda styled chronograph from a good brand, I think this is pretty nice. Again, it's just a bracelet, lets it down, but again, there are going to be compromises at this price point. Well, thanks very much for watching, guys. Please feel free to like the video, subscribe to the channel. Please read all the comments, so please leave your comments. Thanks very much, and I'll see you all soon.